My name is Ricky Berg. I am the equipment coordinator for the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel project. We're boring two tunnels and then the bridge work for the Hampton Roads area. Like currently, we have over, as far as rentals go, we have over 1,500 rentals. Fleet wide, total fleet, including what we own. What I think the report that I put out today was, I think it was around 2,500, estimated 2,500 total fleet and rental. Before uptime, there was no tracking. There was no tracking of who had it, where it was at. It was just pretty much we were just putting in orders and hoping it got on site to where they needed it. Road calls was big. That was man. Uptime's been such a great example of how technology can be used on the job site with this. At first, I think the intention was just to use it for the department and to track work orders. Now we're to the point where the workers in the field are putting their own work orders in, and then our guys are getting notified through uptime to come out there and work on it. And it's just not our guys; it's the vendors that we're using as well, because this project is a $3.5 billion project. So there's a lot going on, and we don't have the mechanics to help. So we've made it so uptime can actually reach out to our vendors that we're using to get their mechanics out here on site as well. So that was key, man. Uptime's been great with that. Another one is that they weren't getting inspections done right here on this project. So what Alex has done, he's put in he's put in the inspections, which I think it started out just to be on our team. Like this whole thing was really just for our equipment department, which is just like three of us in here plus our mechanics, which is probably a total of like 30 people. But yeah, at first it was just meant for us, but then people weren't complying on inspections, paper wise. So we came up with the idea. So hey, well, since we already have this in uptime, why would we just implement it throughout the project and get these guys to do it themselves, which has helped tremendously. Um, Not only that, it's led into reporting. It's been helping us do reports for our project, and these guys asking us, can we see how long? I think what right now, what Alex last couple months actually, or last 2 months, Alex has been working on how we can get reports on down equipment. So that's key. They want to see the time between the reporting of it and then how long it's been taking us to either swap it or get it back up. So that's such a big help for this project. Like we didn't have a work order process implemented until uptime, honestly. So that has saved us a lot because we get questioned a lot if like work's done and stuff like that, and uptime has been there for us to say, hey, no, that's not true. We have done the work and here's the progress. Another thing is like people complain all the time that they're calling in and saying, "Hey, we're talking to Joel. He's supposed to be fixing something for us, and blah blah blah." Well, our first question is always, "Well, did you guys get in at uptime first to report it? If not, we're not working on it, pretty much." So that's been uptime's been a huge saver on that. Of people saying this and that. Well, no, we got proof. Like that is our process. If you don't get in a work order, we're not going to go work on it. So yeah, please put in it uptime. So it's been saving us. Um, it's been saving us on stuff like that, man. Like people saying one thing and then us providing the proof. Like no, our process. You didn't put in an uptime. We had proof here. Yeah, they're to the point now. It's where if we see it in uptime for a certain amount of time, that we're going to our vendors and like swapping equipment, and we're wondering why that's not happening. We just had an incident probably like last week where something was down for like 10 days, and you know, in uptime it shows where we went out, looked at it, we couldn't fix it, so we sent it to our vendor. Our vendor was the one that let us sit for like 10 days. So yeah, so that makes it easy for us to just be like, okay, so what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna credit us? Are you gonna save us some money here? What are we doing? Are you bringing some brand new machine? Are you starting the rental to 10 days later? What's going on? So, yeah, I mean, it's been great for that purpose. Yeah, I mean, the feedback's been great. There have been maybe a few things that Alex had to fix here and there, but the feedback's been great. Like again, it's providing proof of our work and proof that we're people are calling in these road calls and stuff like that. So, but the feedback's been great. I've honestly don't ever really get negative. If it's a negative feedback thing, it's like well, Uptime's not showing this. Can we fix that? Bring it to Alex, and we're like, okay. And he's like, yeah, I can fix that easily. So yeah, it's been more like picky stuff for me. When I hear complaints, I'm like, okay, he's just being picky. It's just I've never seen anything like this on a project before. Granted, this is my first project, but as a sales rep, I've never seen anything like that. So, but yeah, that's if it's any negative feedback, it's like picky stuff, and I really can't even mention it because Alex and his team have like, they'll nip it in the butt really quick. So yeah. As far as like advice, I would just make sure you have an equipment guy like me that's kind of knowledgeable and like how to put equipment in and everything like that. I think the downfall for us is that we have like Dragados has their own way to put in their own asset numbers. I would advise the next party not to do that and just use like the vendor numbers to make it easier. And that actually might save some ups because like I have to go into uptime and actually create the asset numbers for everybody. So I would advise not to use that anymore, just to use the vendor number. But other than that, I would just recommend how good this product has been for us on site, and yeah, and I think it's gonna vary between the job sites of what the needs are gonna be. Because honestly, this project is just of all new people, new experiences on it, and people that aren't experienced at it, going at it. So, but yeah, I think it's gonna vary. So depending on how that job's going, I would say do this with uptime instead of that. So, but I have no quarrel. Like I really enjoy using this thing. We've made a lot. Yeah, Alex and his team have made a lot of improvements over time to make it look better and more. I mean, I would have to say this has been more of a personal experience. So he's customized this thing to where like everything that I've mentioned is on here. So.